It, yeah, seems to work. Okay, so welcome to this live stream. I am Caffinejedi, obviously. I mean, is it obvious? Obviously, it's gonna be my name. I mean, it's not my real name, but still, it's my moniker of the internet. But oh my god, it's quite old. Caffinejedi is an old name. I mean, it's an ancient name for me personally, not for people in general. Just me. Yeah, but I got Caffinejedi as a nickname, I guess, to use on the internet sometime when I was in high school. So, sometime in the 2000s, early 2000s, like 2001, 2002. That kind of 2000s. Why did I get a message? Oh, I don't have a message. Facebook is an evil, lying whore. And that's why I thought I had a message, and I do not. But anyways, yeah, what rock graffiti is not natural? What is going on? So, I just noticed this thing a long time ago. Hello, Albert. I just noticed that there's a post on Facebook somebody put up about Zion National Park. I have no idea what Zion National Park is, but apparently, um, people are stacking the rocks. And it goes, visitors hike to be in nature. Rock graffiti is not natural. So they're saying that, like, I mean, rock graffiti in my mind implies a more permanent thing, but instead you have people stacking the rocks, and apparently it is a form of vandalism and illegal. So, even seemingly impermanent disturbs the natural state of the environment for other visitors. I mean, maybe I'm just a pompous asshole and I have no idea what I'm talking about. And literally stacking a bunch of rocks together is effing up the environment. I mean, who am I to judge? I don't work at Zion National Park. God, it sounds like. I mean, Zion, the word itself just gives me immediately a callback to, like, militant Israel and the Zionists. Uh, but I know that probably has nothing to do with it. But just to be sure, I want to double check where is Zion National Park? Looks quite interesting. Oh no, I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. Oh, it's in Springfield, Utah. And no wonder they have a stick up their ass. Utahians. Is that what they call them? Let's see. Lovely Bones. Damn, how's it going, babe? Been watching you for years. Aw, thanks for still watching. Yeah, it's fine. I could have it worse. Some people are having a way worse COVID time than I am, alright? My COVID time usually just involves me and my writing partner debating and arguing and talking for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours as we try to write a script that, we hope we will sell, but God knows because it's a delay and everybody's trying to sell a freaking script or be an actor. Anyways, now we've figured out the mystery to what the heck is Zion National Park. Zion National Park, do you have anything more interesting besides, yelling at me about not stacking rocks? Because do not stack rocks. It counts as rock graffiti. Oh, God, who said that? Who named this thing? The cringe is hard. All right, let's see these photos of Zion National Park. And it better be Jewish, or else I'm going to be very disappointed. Oh, it's just ugly rocks. And a bird. Not even one of those cool birds. Like a crow. Like not even a raven. A crow. The Halloween bird. Diet Halloween bird. All right, well, apparently they have bats, according to this photo. And, rivers. Hey, what the fuck is that? I mean, god damn it. I don't know what is wrong with Facebook. Have you guys noticed, like, the Facebook app, it's just like, it's just garbage. Or maybe it's my phone being so old. I really need to get a new one, but, I'm trying not to spend money right now as I, like most of the world, is in a precarious situation, and we don't want to spend money if we don't need to. All right, the top comment. Give me a break, people. You complain about stacking rocks that can easily be pushed back on the ground when parks and cities are paving trails through untouched land and making roads through forests. Just another stupid liberal law for revenue. All right, well, my point is don't stack the rocks. It counts as rock graffiti. And that is the moral of today. I mean, I have no idea if there is a moral or if there are multiple morals and why is there only one. I don't know. Anyways, let's see what's in the headlines. Oh, yeah, no, I was going to explain my bruise. I said the more people who show up, I will explain my insanely, horrendously bruised arms. And, well, I went to go get some Chinese medicine done. So my chiropractor is in like Monterey Park, which is like super duper Chinese if you ever go there. Um, it's a highly Chinese populated area. And what that means is that there is a lot of good Chinese doctors. So I need a chiropractor because I have really effed up back and shoulders and everything. So anyway, my right shoulder has been killing me forever. So I decided to head to the chiropractor. But this is, like I said, Chinese chiropractor. So not only is he going to like snap your spine in a million pieces, but he is also going to, sometimes they do acupuncture, and in my case, they did a lot of cupping. So I got those little fire cups, the kind that Michael Phelps always says are amazing. Yeah, I got a few of those done. They're all over my back too, but there's further bruising because they were trying to get rid of this insane amount of tension I was keeping in my shoulder and up here. And so they took out this literal butter knife. I mean, it wasn't a literal butter knife. It was a bit thicker than a butter knife, but they basically like put some lotion on it and just scraped all of my skin up and down because they were getting these little horrible knots that I get. And those Chinese doctors don't mess around. Like they're like, "Oh, painful? Okay, that's how means it's working." Anyway, but I love this place. I go there all the time. Hello there, Shadow Deist Gaming. I will now take a sip of water. So, just so you know, in the future, I won't be warning about these sips of water. I will just continuously take them without any warning. So, that was your only warning. Ah, water. My favorite drink. It really kind of is. My mom was the kind who like doesn't ever drink water. Now she does because, she's older and has to. But when I was young, I remember it being so annoying that my mom never drank any water. And she used to like basically make it seem like the tap water was poison. So I was too scared to drink tap water. So I had to wait till, we got like this is before Brita filters were really a big thing like they are now. So I had to wait till like, we went to the grocery store and she bought like a Zephyr Hills, that like 2.5 gallon that you could just pump out the front. Pump out the front. You know what I mean? Those little beep, valve. God, why am I explaining this in such a strange way? Anyway, if my mom didn't have like that water, like all she would have the fridge always filled with like Capri Sun and Coca-Cola and Sprite, and I hated those type of things. Like as a kid, I was not into sugary drinks at all. Blake is actually quite similar. Like now, I love a good Coca-Cola, like a cold Mexican Coca-Cola in a glass bottle made with the real deal cane sugar. Oh man, I'd murder for one of those. But anyway, I was actually like as a kid, I really really hated these freaking sugary ass drinks, and my mom would only keep them in the fridge, and she wouldn't have water. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna kill this lady. I didn't think that, but as a kid, I was like, this sucks. And mom says I can't drink out of the tap because the tap will, give me cancer. Yeah, I shouldn't say that, but always parents made it seem like the tap water was like, you can't be drinking that. You know what happens to kids who drink tap water? Their eyes turn to mucus. Like, I swear. Did you guys ever have that? Like, your parents always tell you don't drink the tap water? Like, I don't drink tap water because I live in Los Angeles. But not because I think it'll, like, do anything to me, but, I just think it won't taste very good. And the water where I live is so freaking hard. That's why my hair's always like got these like I thought it was dandruff. I was like, man, I'm getting really bad dandruff. What the hell's going on here? And then I realized it's not freaking dandruff. I'm getting chalk buildup in my goddamn hair. I had to wash my hair with bottled water. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on. I lost my GTA character. He got wiped. I meant, did you mean swiped? I read wiped and said swiped. No workout stream, lol. Remember that? Oh man, look. So I should really do more working out, definitely. I've been keeping up with yoga, actually. Maybe I should do one of those with it. The problem is, like, it's really hard for me to work out on my own, but those were fun. I did them in the beginning, and that at least cheered me up. I was really much more into the gym back then, but now the gym has been closed for half a fucking year, so. And I'm a really bad self motivator for working out. That's why I like the gym. You know, the peer pressure of other people doing, exercise will make me inevitably exercise because I don't want to seem like the laziest person there. But what really pisses me off when I go to the gym, back when I was allowed to go to the gym, is these assholes who sit on the fucking machines with their phones and they're not even working out. Like, get the fuck up, you piece of shit. I need to goddamn work out my glutes. All right? Go take your little conversation to the freaking, I don't know, Smoothie King or something. It was in a mall. So, water, question mark. Oh, so those are cupping bruises. I thought the terrible twos came early for a second. Man, Blake is cusping on those terrible twos. She's about to be there. She's currently rollerblading with my husband, her father. At least I hope so. No, it is. They look so much alike, like there's really no doubt. Well, she's off with her daddy, rollerblading. What I mean by rollerblading is we actually bought her little tiny baby skates, and they're adorable, and we put them on her, and she loves them, and they look super, super damn cute on her. So we're teaching someone who's under the age of 2 how to rollerblade because she kept trying to put Basties on. And it was like super hard to find rollerblades like in her size because no one obviously wants to make them that small because I guess most people don't learn how to rollerblade until they're like 6 or 7. But we're like, hey, she really wants to do it. She wants to learn. So just put them on her. We bought her like, a helmet because we're responsible. And we put this little kid on rollerblades. If you guys follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, I sometimes post photos of Blake, and I posted a little one of her trying to rollerblade. Like, so she couldn't quite, like, at the point she is now, she is straightening her legs so she knows how to lock her knees while she's going. But she can't skate yet. Busty's just pushing her. But it's super, super cute. I can't believe they don't make them that small. Oh my god, I'm such a sick, twisted asshole. I'm putting my kid on skates. Like, my mom, like, called me to complain. Like, I can't believe you! Like, you're abusing your child. She could totally, like, break her face. And look, I get it. I was a kid too, and I once skated, and I'm sure I scraped a few knees. But, like, that's why we got the helmet for her. We get little knee pads, and she'll be fine. She bashes up a little bit. Well, she's a sturdy little baby. She's A-okay. So, let's see. Hi from Ethan K. Hello. Drink healthy greens or V8. Actually, I do drink something similar to V8, but it's better. It's like whatever Costco brand V8 with a million raw pressed juices in it and, enough vegetables that I don't feel, I feel like less guilty for every glass I drink. I'm like, well, I didn't eat a single vegetable all day, but at least I drank this green shit. And apparently, according to the label, there is spirulina and kale in it. But it's mostly apple juice. They don't tell you that, but it is. Okay, so where was I? I meant Flint happened, so maybe she was right. I don't know who Flint is. LA is really expensive. Oh my god, you're telling me. It is. It's taken me like a while. I'm still trying to crack the city. You know how you crack the city? When you know how to find like really good shit for cheap. I lived in Tokyo for a while, so that's why when me and Basti went on a trip to Japan, we had a much more frugal time than many folks do because I know how to crack a city, all right? I lived there a long time. I know where the 500 yen delicious ramen is. I know where the, Hyakuin shop is. I could tell you where to have a good time for basically nothing because when I lived in Tokyo, I was broke. So that's how I knew. Oh, I really missed that place. Like me and Basti, we really, really wanted to go. We want to take the baby, but obviously COVID means no one has any fun at all ever again. Oh my God, so much fun shit got canceled for me this year. I mean, how about you guys? Did you guys get some fun shit canceled? Like, let me know in the comments. Because, like, so much fun shit got canceled. So, like, for the first and possibly, probably last time in my life, I am the maid of honor at a wedding. Okay? It's my best friend, Catherine. She's a fucking lawyer. She's blonde, like, kind of my opposite. She's really awesome, though. She's British. She was my maid of honor at my wedding. And I thus would return the favor and be her maid of honor, even though we live like, continent away from each other. But her wedding next month, but it's canceled. Oh, here we go. We're back online. Sorry guys. Um sorry guys. I did get like thrown off for a second. Um I'm having an come on. I'm having a there we go. Are we going? Okay, sorry. Oh my goodness, guys. Thanks for sticking with that. I'm having bad internet issues. They're coming to fix it tomorrow, I hope and pray, because we really, really need this resolved. So, I was saying something about Tokyo and then how we wanted to take the baby and all the fun stuff that I missed. And oh, I remember again. I was telling you the story of how I'm the maid of honor at my best friend's wedding. And I couldn't wait because it was going to be awesome. And now it got screwed over. And I had a bunch of friends planning on coming. I had another friend from England coming to Disneyland. And I was just going to meet her there. Get my buddy to like let me in because it's cool like that. And I know someone who works at Disneyland, which is always super, super convenient. Okay. Anyway, let me continue scrolling down. Atlanta municipal tap water is okay. It's literally what Coke uses for Dasani. All right, do you not know this? Because I find Dasani to be freaking the grossest water. Okay, Dasani and that other one that's like Dasani but isn't. The Pepsi version of Dasani. What the hell is that one called? It sucks anyway. It tastes like freaking plastic. I've been told this too. Like a lot of these bottled waters are municipal. Like I guess the spring waters technically wouldn't be. So I lived in Florida, and so we get Zephyr Hills because that's the spring water. Florida's famous for its spring water actually, and meth heads. But it oh man, it was Anyway, COVID sucks. We all know that. So let's see. I was trying to ask what fun things did you get canceled this year that were supposed to happen for you? So yeah, I got like my first maid of honor experience canceled. It's postponed, I hope. Oh, it's a postponed thing to next year. I missed all my friends coming over. We didn't get to go to Japan. I lost a shit ton of money because life sucks and your tourist season just takes a total dive when people are scared of dying. It's the thing. Let's see. Atlanta Municipal Tap Water. I already had that. I've been meditating and running. You sound like Basti. Basti recently, okay, his COVID, he's gotten in the best shape of his fucking life. All right. Obviously, he's my husband, so I'm supposed to find him at least reasonably attractive. But he is fit. Okay, Basti takes off his shirt recently, and I had to like take a moment and stop and be like, damn, honey. Got a six pack and all this shit. Never had that in his life. He was kind of a chubby dude when I met him. That's the trick, ladies. You gotta find a dude and then mold them and sculpt them into the perfect man. No, that's Bosky. The only thing that I molded and sculpted was I did kind of like push upon him. Not push upon him. That sounds so much worse than it was. Strongly suggest he get veneers, and he did. And I know he doesn't like veneers that much because now he's all into like, oh, I must have everything natural, and veneers are unnatural. I like them, and his teeth look much better for it. I'm his wife, I'm allowed to say that. We're legally the same person. No, we're not. Let's see. I grew up in Maine. The tap was actually really good. Yeah, I've heard there's places where the tap water is decent. I assume Florida must be one of them, but everybody's like, if you say Florida next to anything, everybody's like, oh no, Florida, the land of the crazy people. But the Zephyr Hills tap water, I mean not tap water, the Zephyr Hills bottled water was pretty good. That's my favorite water. Right now, like I said, I'm drinking Arrowhead 100% spring mountain water. A local favorite. hmm hmm How is it in Japan? How are the people? I love Japan. If I could live anywhere in the world, I'd be living in Tokyo right now. Let's assume if I had like unlimited money. If I had unlimited money and like no problems, I would be living in Tokyo, my favorite city in the world. I also like Osaka. I also like Kyoto, but Japan is an excellent country. I recommend everyone visit there. The people are really nice. They do have a problem with like expressing themselves and also stepping outside the box. But sometimes the people who do step out the outside the box are like extra stepping out. Like they make all kinds of crazy clothes and they suddenly break into dance in the middle of the street on a Sunday. It's freaking great. Food was also amazing. People are just like cool. Um, I love Japan. I had a great time. It was one of the best times in my life. I recommend it to everyone. But, be a respectful person. Don't be a Jake Paul. Or was that the other one? Not Jake. It was the other Paul brother, wasn't it? Logan Paul. So, are you a lawyer too? No, I am not a lawyer, but I did meet her while I was doing my law degree. So I did that, and that's how I met the beautiful Miss Catherine. And while I was doing law, I was like, this is the worst idea ever. Why the hell did I think it was a good idea to be a lawyer? I kind of was a little bit pushed into it by Basti because when I first dated him, before I started dating him, I wanted to be a lawyer, and I was like, I'm gonna do my JD. I did my LSATs, and Basti and I started dating and all was cool. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll put that on the back burner. And then I was like, I'm not even sure I want to do that. But then Basti was like, I'll pay for it. All right. One of us needs to have like a normal job because he's a professional poker player, or he was. Uh, so why don't you do the law thing because that's more stable. And I was like, I'm not sure. I want to be a writer. And he's like, oh, I really prefer you did it. And then it was like a big fight we had because I ended up doing the class. It was a year-long conversion class. And I was miserable. I mean, I guess I'm glad I did it and I didn't have to pay for it. Basti did pay for it. But I was miserable, hated every moment of it. I was like, this sucks. Oh my God. I'm literally writing feature film scripts in the middle of class because tort is boring as shit. I mean, look, I learned a lot of useful stuff. It's always helpful to learn how to read contracts, and I did. So, that's actually what my bestie best friend does, contract law. Um, so I did the degree. I couldn't skip my exams because Catherine forced me to go. She was great though. We became like really, really close friends. And then I got a law degree that I don't use, and I had a copy of it made, and then I lost the copy. What a nightmare. It's just never going well with that. So I didn't like law. It was horrible. But I have a best friend that's a lawyer, and that is useful. Da, 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 da. Deer Park water. Oh yeah, I know Deer Park water. I remember that one. Dasani is tasty, you crazy. No, Dasani's gross. It tastes like freaking the pool. All right? It tastes like when I would jump into my abuela's fucking pool and like it's chlorinated. That's what Dasani water tastes like. Nasty. Yes, you are his wife. Legally, no, I mean I am his wife and regularly. Trust me, like we have those like husband wives conversations about like the bills. It's like, honey, what did you put on the credit card? Oh my God, you spent $50 on vitamins. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Oh, they were on sale. How much was the sale? Oh, okay, then fine. Okay. Did you talk to your mother? Oh, how is she? See, I'm just making a fake conversation. That's really how me and Basti talk. That's our life, or what's happening with Blake. Like our updates to each other about Blake. It's like, oh, she went to the park today and she was friends with this kid, but there was this other kid she didn't get along with. Oh, who was the other kid? Yeah. Oh man, that's married life for you. um. Let's see. Pensacola water was terrible. Pensacola, I've never been to Pensacola, I think. I've never done the Panhandle. I have a friend who lives in Alabama, and I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I should drive out to Alabama. I was like 5 or 6 hours away. But then I totally forgot to. But I've never been to Pensacola. So, did you like Pensacola besides the water being terrible? Florida water is crap. All right, look, Florida has great springs. That is bullshit. The water is actually good, just, municipal water that is, comes from people's clean toilet water. Yeah, that might be less than stellar. But if you ever Google, like, Natural Springs, Florida, holy hell, it's one of the most beautiful places. See, Florida is a psycho state, all right? But it has amazing nature that we do a very good job of hiding. It's not like, Georgia, where it's a swamp and it's gross and horrible looking, except no, northern Georgia's nature is nice. No, parts of Florida are also swamps that are gross. But there's also very beautiful places in Florida, all right? Just not the Everglades. I don't know. Look, the Everglades, as kids, we always have to learn about the Everglades because we're in Miami, right? So we learned all about the Everglades and the importance of the Everglades. And I agree. The Everglades should be protected and are important to the ecosystem, and nobody should fuck with them or build an airport in the middle of them. All right? You have my vote, people. But I think the Everglades are a horrible death trap, and it's really ugly, and I don't understand why people go there, like to visit. I mean, I guess it's good that they go because that maintains the park, but holy hell, it's got something called sawgrass. If you don't know what sawgrass is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's really tall grass that has teeth in it that'll rip apart your skin. Sawgrass is horrendous, all right? Also mosquitoes, also alligators that occasionally eat like one or two people a year, also water moccasins, also like humid, horrible weather, and snapping turtles that'll eat your freaking fingers off. Florida has just, angry wildlife, alright? It has angry wildlife. We'll just call it that. Lol. You should keep artwork you were very good at. Okay, so funny thing about art. Like, so I was trying to do more art again. Like, I've been trying to draw on my laptop, which is also a tablet. This was a huge fight me and Basti had, like a huge one, because before we moved to our house, so I used to have all these art books. Like I had like 20 of them. I'd collected them since I was like 16. And they were super helpful and they motivated me, and I had lots of like art supplies and stuff like that. And I didn't want to move because our house wasn't finished. But Bossy's like, no, we're going to save the money and we're going to move. Come on, please move. I mean, admittedly, we're trying to save money, so I'm not going to blame him for that. But with a fucked up thing that I'm going to blame him for, blaming my husband, talking shit about my husband on the internet. Though we're still married and I love him, but everyone makes mistakes. While we were gonna move, I had all these art books and I was taking them with me. I was packing them up, and he's like, "No, you don't need those books. You can get everything online. You don't need books." He had this big anti-books phase where he didn't want anything that was a book, not that Fahrenheit 462 style. It was. Did I even get the fucking Fahrenheit right? I have to Google this before I finish my story. Fahrenheit 451. I'm an idiot. I said 462. Oh, all right. Back to my story. So Basti basically convinces me to throw out all my art books, all of them, because I could find everything for free on the internet. I don't need books because they're just cluttering and taking up space. Alright, so I throw away all these books, and I've never forgiven Basti for making me do this. I mean, he didn't make me, but he convinced me, and I was super pissed about it. And then we move, and the place, like, our fucking house is not finished. It's a dusty mess. We're living in a one-bedroom. It was just the worst. I was really pissed off at the time, so I was super fucking mad. I didn't have any of my art books and my art supplies. My art books got all thrown away. Anyway, as our house finally gets slowly built up normally, then Basti gets into this weird motherfucking alien phase. And this bitch, I love him, this husband bitch of mine, he goes, starts begging me to please let him go to this, I don't know, fucking crazy person who was selling all their alien books, but they're real, for £100, which is like $120, $125 probably. and he really wants these books. And I like lose it on him. I'm like, you son of a bitch! You said you didn't like books. You made me throw out all my books. Ah, I'm gonna kill you. Anyway, he bought the books. They're still there. But that was a large reason why I stopped painting is because I didn't have my art supply books anymore. And no, finding free shit on the internet is not a substitute for like books where you can really easily look up stuff that you were looking for. Um, and then I didn't have space because we had moved into a one bedroom to ever paint because painting takes up a lot of space and I always need a lot of space for it. So yeah, that just never came back, but I've been trying to get back to digitally drawing and I might get back to doing that. Let's see. Dear water, park water is gross, tastes like piss. Well, I've never tasted piss, so I wouldn't know. I lived there on base as a kid, but that was 16 years ago, so I can't really speak to the water. I do remember having low-flying jets over my house being cool. Did you live like by Homestead? Is that the base there that you lived in? I know that base. Um, Pretty sure I went there for an air show. I do remember, let's see, I remember sawgrass only slicing your hands up. If you go against the grain, the other way is fine. Yeah, but still, sometimes you don't know that it's there, and eesh, it's not fun. 461. Crab people, have you noticed, looks like, sorry, have you noticed looks like Cora looks like Storm? Looks like Cora looks like Storm. Sorry, I did not understand that. Lol, it smells like sewage and sulfur. Okay, have you guys ever been? Has anyone ever been to like the legit Fountain of Youth, which is in what's the place? St. Augustine? Yeah, so St. Augustine, Florida is technically the oldest city in the United States. Because that is where I think the first colonialists, see, the first colonialists like Columbus and stuff, Columbus actually never, I believe he never made it to America. That's why America isn't named after him. It's named after like Amerigo, what was his name? Amerigo something. The other Italian dude who like landed technically in America. Um, so when they first discovered the New World, they fell into the Caribbean. Anyway, but the first city in the United States is St. Augustine. And so Ponce de Leon, when he went there, why am I saying it in the very American way? Ponce de Leon. Ponce de Leon, when he came to the New World, he met up with I don't know what tribe they were. I want to say like the Miccosukee, but those were down. And I'm like, were those even there at the time? So anyway, he meets up with the native people and he tastes the water and he thinks it's sweet. And anyway, those native people, I believe, I know that the native word for sweet water is Miami, so that's where the word Miami comes from. But anyway, he was looking for the Fountain of Youth, and he thought he found it, and you can go to what he thought was the Fountain of Youth, and then taste that nasty rat water that he thought was sweet. And I guess if you're drinking swill on a freaking rickety wooden boat for 3.5 months, or however long it took him to cross the freaking Atlantic, you would think that this horrible, dirty egg water tasted sweet. So I do not recommend you try the gross ass water at the Fountain of Youth, but it is overall a nice attraction, and we enjoyed it. So that's what I'll say about that. Stephanie approved. Go to the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine. It was a little expensive. I do remember that. Wear sunscreen and mosquito repellent. Oh my God, if you also go to St. Augustine, there's like a wine tasting place, and that was the best. It was great. All right, so let's see what else we have here. I have it. It was very nice. Korra from The Legend of Korra looks like Storm from Marvel Comics. I don't think so. I think Korra, I guess, one, they're totally different races. So, Korra is like a slightly tanned Inuit with dark hair. Because I guess Water Tribe people, they're like Inuits. And Storm is supposed to be from Africa, and her hair is white. The only thing I will say is they're both not white women, and their eyes glow sometimes. So that's my comparison to that. Uh, yep, the Blue Angels were based out there. Ah, yeah, I remember those. I thought the Blue Angels were based out of Pensacola. Well, I don't know where they're based out of, but I do remember that there was some Blue Angel shows. I remember that was a thing. I always, anytime I think of an air show, I always think of the Simpsons episode where uh, Sideshow Bob goes to the whole family goes to the air show, and Sideshow Bob tries to like steal a nuke, and he's hiding inside the blimp, and then they steal like the Wright brothers plane to try to escape the police, and the police can't catch them, so they start trying to grab them with what is the pool cleaners? I don't know who thought of that, but it's a great one. Are you getting bugs in your mouth too? Yes. uh, Anyways, I will continue to look at headlines because that gives me something to do. Why do I have 4 notifications on Facebook? Wait, nothing important. All right. It's like one of those groups. Okay, do you ever join those groups on Facebook and then they just end up being for like people to do um like they just start advertising things that you don't want to be there for example. Speak English, Stephanie. For an example, I'm on this group called like Los Angeles Buy and Sell. And I'm like, all right, it's an easy enough group, right? You just post what you want to buy and what you want to sell. And instead, it's like nothing but freaking MLMs. And right now, like Trumps and anti-Trumps and all their insanities. Oh man, this is true. Somebody put my irrational childhood fear, and there's like a shark in a swimming pool. That's 100% legit. Why is it that we fear that as children? It makes no flipping sense. All right? It's a pool. You could literally check every corner of it, and it's nowhere near the ocean unless it's like right next to the beach. But it probably wasn't because if you're swimming in that pool, you're probably at your grandmother's house like I was. But for some horrendous reason, we make up in our heads that there is a goddamn shark in the swimming pool. Why do we do this? I was terrified as a kid. I don't know why. I freaking swore that there was really going to be a shark in that pool. Really, like, I don't get it. What in our logical human brain makes me think as a kid, which is a common fear apparently people have, there is a shark in the swimming pool. Let's see. The Sideshow Bob ones are the best. Yeah, I used to like seasons 1 through 10, obviously. I don't watch any of the other Simpsons because it's trash. But seasons 1 through 10 was pretty amazing. All right, so quotable. Let's see. Trump surveys damage in Kenosha, visiting over objections of local leaders. Yeah, well, who's surprised? Teen rapper's dream tattoo goes viral for all the wrong reasons. I'm trying to see, did he misspell it? Dream chaser. Maybe there's one of those things where the like letters don't look right. I'm gonna actually click on it, try to find out what it says. Now I must know. All right, New York Post, we all know. A Virginia teen's dream tattoo turned into a nightmare after he realized the artist had drawn it on backwards. Oh no, yes. What? That sucks. He drew it on backwards. Getting a backwards tattoo. That is not, and a giant motherfucking tattoo like this kid decided he was getting. I don't do no tattoos, alright? There's nothing I love enough that I want permanently put on my body. I had a child, I love that enough, and that gave me a nice good old scar across my goddamn mid area, bottom mid area. Alright, so let's see what else is going on. Stupid. Prince Harry is upset about being stuck in California. Oh, cry baby Harry. Me, I can't go and leave the country. I'm stuck in America. I've been to your country. I lived there for freaking 10 years, alright? It gets a little boring. What with all that constant rain. Alright, so this is researchers think they finally found the key to stopping the coronavirus. I don't know what BGR is, but not to be trusted. Video captures hikers frantically running from charging grizzly bear. Oh, ever since I moved, okay, California actually does not have any grizzly bears, even though it's on their state flag. And they were like, there's been a debate whether to reintroduce them into the wild here, but people are like, we live in California. Let's not have extra bears. There are actual bears in California. There is the California brown bear, which is also rather large and can occasionally eat you. Um, so I was warned about the bears, especially when I was in Big Bear. They said there are actual bears out here, so be wary. I have seen out here in LA, wildlife wise, I've seen a few coyotes. I know that they eat your dogs, so they do warn you about that. They also are more aggressive than wolves. Wolves usually won't attack people, but a coyote apparently will chase your ass, and they will run after small children, so be wary. Oh, that is not nice. Don't fall off that bridge. Japanese YouTuber loses over 150 pounds in aspiring transformation. Man, this guy looks pretty amazing. Wow. Looks actually pretty fit at the end of this. Best time of year to get glue shot. Cobra Kai's William Zabek teases big surprises in season 3. Oh my god, have you guys ever watched Cobra Kai? Like, now it's on Netflix. It used to be on YouTube Red because, like, anyone ever watched goddamn YouTube Red. So, anyway, back when I pirated it, because who the hell would pay for YouTube Red? It's amazing. But now it's on Netflix. And they're putting a season 3 out on Netflix. And Cobra Kai is everything that the new Star Wars trilogy should have been. That's what I'll say. Cobra Kai is great. Highly recommend season 1. Highly recommend season 2. And I can't wait for season 3 whenever it is. But it's a good show. Alright? Freaking funny. Just well done. The old actors are really good in it. They don't get like thrown away for the new young people to come in and just be all about them. There isn't a section that is about them, but the older people are still around and not just as mentor figures. They have their own stories and arcs, and I really appreciate that. So watch Cobra Kai. Let's see. Conan and David Cohen, the best era of The Simpsons writing. Yeah, I agree. That a lot of people don't even realize that Conan O'Brien was a big writer on The Simpsons, and that's why part of it was so great. Hey, it's so windy here. I have shit blowing down my road at 100 miles an hour. I am sorry that's happening. Absolutely. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Nina Mori. The Icelandic. I watched season 1 on Netflix. Oh, of Cobra Kai? Yeah, definitely recommend Cobra Kai. It's freaking great. Local news. Los Feliz neighbors want to know why cops let a stumbling driver walk away from an accident. I don't know, probably because he was a white guy. And, most people in Los Feliz are Mexican. So they're like, oh, white guy. Just let him pass, people. Let him pass. Game of Thrones creators to mount Chinese sci-fi epic at Netflix. Typical them. They suck. Boo! 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 I was not very happy with the end of Game of Thrones. It was most disappointing, to say the least. Let's see. Fort Hood commander loses post after incidents at army base. Yeah, like how many more people are you gonna let just disappeared and died on your stupid freaking base? Fort Hood, no. They are a mess of trouble, alright? I was really sad what happened to that girl. And what happened to the other one, too. The foods to eat for better mental health. This is from Huffington Post, so I don't know if we can trust it. But, according to the Huffington Post, come on, I just want a list, a comprehensive list. I don't want to read all your crap. Ah, here we go. Finally. Prebiotics and probiotics, yeah, that sounds fine. Miso, kimchi, yogurt, sauerkraut, fruits and vegetables. Oh, what a shocker. Spices? Oh my goodness, I'm doing that. I'm like a spice queen, so that's good for me. That's it? What a piece of shit list. Thank God Huffington Post is not behind a paywall because I would never pay for this garbage. In fact, I kind of wish they would have paid me. You think my time is free? Renters in the U.S. cannot be evicted through the end of the year due to coronavirus. CDC orders. States. Alright, guys, so that's fine. Don't evict people. It gets a little complicated, doesn't it? Man who lost 7 relatives to COVID becomes first American to trial Oxford vaccine. Jesus Christ, 7 relatives. You must have, like, some kind of predisposition for that shit. That's horrible. I never watched the YouTube originals, but I got rid of ads on YouTube, enabled background viewing, and had YouTube music bundled in, so I think it was worth it. I am very tempted because I am on YouTube and I can't stand the bombardment of ads lately. It's like, oh my god, there's like 5 to 10 times the ads that they used to have. It's insane. Ugh, just annoying. I kind of wish for demonetization. I mean, I don't. It's kind of fucked up to say. But a little bit. Let's see. 500 years later, oh, here we go. Black Panther fans, including Whoopi Goldberg, are asking Disney to create a Wakanda-inspired, area in its theme parks. I will tell you why they never will. Let's take a step back, people. We're going behind the mirror. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is they can't make a Wakanda-inspired area because Disney wants to sell shit. And because of cultural appropriation, they ain't allowed to sell any African shit to you little white children. Alright? So, because they can't sell the African shit to the little white children, they are not going to do that. Alright? They're not going to make a whole land. Because wouldn't it be nice to make something like Wakanda? Well, they can't sell that shit. Remember when they tried to sell that Maui costume from freaking Moana and people lost their fucking minds? Oh, cultural appropriation, you can't wear that offensive ass costume! Ban it! So there will be no Wakanda in friggin' Disney World. I'm sorry. And that's your own damn fault, alright? Maybe if you wouldn't cry appropriation every 5 seconds. I get it. I also believe that, there was a lot of exploitation by the colonists. Whatever there was colonists all over the world. But that's what I mean. What about to Asian kids? Yeah, they probably would sell to them too. My point is, see, the Asian kids, other Asians wouldn't give a fuck. But white people are the biggest fucking complainers about cultural appropriation. I mean, besides the people who are usually being appropriated from, they're also pretty loud. But, anyway, cultural appropriation is a very nuanced topic that people want to, like, fucking use a hammer as a way of handling it. They're like, you know what? Oh, look at you doing that thing. You're wearing dreads. That's a black thing only. But it's not only a black thing. And not that I mean only a black thing by all tribes had dreads and all their freaking tribes, whatever, historically speaking. What I mean is that, like, in black tribes, there's only a few that actually in Africa have have dreadlocks within their culture. There's a really good guy on YouTube who made a video about it, like the culture of dreadlocks. And he talked about how, what tribe they came from, how they were only used for specific men of, like, 2 tribes, basically. So, it's not what people think it is. Let's go back. This is really helpful for coming up with random pieces of things to talk about. They got away with a gang rape caught on video. I don't want to watch this. Is this fucking Dubai? Figures. That shithole country probably that would happen to. It's a little backwards. Vietnamese nail salon workers face a triple COVID toll after being left behind in reopening. Yeah, I believe that. Dude, I would love, I am desperate for some goddamn spa love. Alright, I get it. I know that's a very privileged thing to say. But I am, it's true. Arrows, Stephen Amell realizes he now has to run for prime minister. Where's he from? He's kind of good looking. Cardi B wanted one more leading lady in WAP video. Oh. Dude, have you guys seen Ben Shapiro losing his ass on the WAP video and trying to say the lyrics? Oh man, what a cunt. That guy. Ben Shapiro is like a slightly more weaselly version of a friend of mine from high school named Julius Jacobson. Julius was not such a piece of shit. Not such a disingenuous piece of shit. Have you seen his fucking sister? Oh my god, classically Abby. Have you guys gotten the stupid freaking ads for Classically Abby? I get them non-stop all over the place. Classically Abby, Classically Abby, Classically Abby. Oh my, fuck. I keep pressing, I don't want to see these ads anymore. Like, I have pressed that like at least 10 times already. I try and report the video. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch this, too repetitive. I don't care, nothing to do with me. Please stop sending me ads for Classically Abby. I don't want to see Ben Shapiro's stupid little sister. Or is it older sister? I don't freaking know. I don't want to see her. Jesus. I remember watching you like 10 years ago. Yeah, that makes sense. I lived in Japan like 10 years ago. Stimulus checks. I didn't even get my first stimulus check. It's very sad. I'm sure it's like, apparently it's on its way. Not that it's on its way. It's like, oh, my stuff hasn't even been put in. Oh, give me a flake man days? Yeah, I know. Victor doesn't do too much. He's also a dad now, so I get it. Once you become a parent, like, your life is just... You just don't have the time you once did. A grim reality of reopening. More mold? Oh, no, not mold. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm all caught up, apparently. Apparently, I am all out of things in the world to like, learn about. My news cycle is literally closed. Wait, no, it's reloading. Oh, no, it's done. That was a dirty lie. Will you ever travel to Cuba? Yeah, we were supposed to go this year. We wanted to go for my grandfather's 90th birthday, but one, he didn't want to go, so there's that. And then COVID happened, so no one's allowed to have any fun, and now we're stuck with no Cuba trips. But of course, I'd be willing to go. I know someone who's slightly more well-known than me on the internet, who is of Cuban descent, and she really, really wants to go to Cuba, but because she has such a large populace of people from Miami watching her, she knows she's going to get, like, raked over the coals for it. So it would have to be, like, a secret trip. I've really wanted to go to Cuba for a long time already. Basti's gone to Cuba, and I haven't. My whole family's gone, and the last trip they all went on, I ended up not going because I had just come back from a different trip, and I was like, I don't want to go on another trip. So, like, I just did one trip 3 months ago, but I kind of regret not doing it. I should have just gone. Avatar, The Last Airbender creators debunk fourth season rumor. Yeah, they made the comic books. They just like, no, buy our books, bastard. Oh my god, they left the Netflix series. And I'm way worried. I'm not watching that now. I know what happens to Avatar: The Last Airbender when someone that isn't the creators takes a hold of the reins. They make The Last Airbender, and that was a tragedy. Many lives were lost. Um, my mom's name is Stephanie. Yes, it's a very common name. I believe it. I didn't get the ads. The remix of Ben reading the lyrics was better than the original song. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, it was so good. I was supposed to fly to California this month, but had to cancel because of COVID. Yeah, I know! Just no fun for anyone! What is this? God damn. COVID. It's like, it's gone through, it's eaten so many birthdays. Like, it started in, like, my birthday was in February, so, like, right after my birthday, everything, like, started to go fucking apeshit. And, then Basti, his birthday got eaten. No, my grandfather's first, which was in June. Then Basti's is August. Poor Blaken's, her second birthday is in October. And then my birthday is in February. And God, oof, so disappointing. FEMA says it will stop paying for cloth face masks for schools. Not surprising. They don't give a fuck anymore. Does anyone have to go back to school or is it working at a school? Because how's that going? It just seems like a big pain in the ass. I'm glad I don't go to school, and I'm glad that Basti and Blake... Well, Basti doesn't go to school either, obviously. But I'm glad that Blake is too small yet to have to deal with this crap, because it would have been a pain in the ass to try this online school. And also, when they do... Like, when they're so little, all the kids are like... They don't give a crap about social distancing, and then they get, like, yelled at for getting close to their friends. And what's even the point? Like, what's the point? Ruth Bader Ginsburg officiates couple's wedding. Good on her. Baby of pregnant woman who was killed by suspected DUI driver to leave hospital in 3 weeks. Oh, well, that's very tragic, but I'm glad that baby's okay. Why Cobra Kai was banned and how Johnny redeemed them. Now everybody's into Cobra Kai. Watch Cobra Kai. No, stop that. Alright, let's see. I'm single and have video games, so I have fun. Yeah, well, I have not. Me and Basti been together a while. We're supposed to celebrate like our 10-year anniversary next year, so I can't even remember what single life was like. I don't remember particularly being fond of it. But I also was with a few dickheads, so maybe that was better than being with dickheads. Anyway, I said anyway a few times too many. Now I just look foolish. Alright, no vacations. I didn't escape work in COVID nursing home, and the past 2 months we've had tons of cases of deaths. Yeah, I know, my own grandfather went. Very annoying. Video shows bears searching for food inside Lake Tahoe convenience store. Holy hell! Okay, I kind of have a little bit of a bear phobia. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I find little bears are kind of cute. But big bears are kind of like gonna eat your face. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to have bears eating my face. So here's this thing that says, video shows bears searching for food inside Lake Tahoe convenience store. So not only is this motherfucking giant beast rampaging inside the store, but then you see this about to piss my pants individual over here who is now dealing with a bear with its motherfucking mouth wide open, like possibly ready to literally eat your dick off. Like, it's right in dick eating range, this freaking bear. Okay? And, yeah. Oh my. Why did you even go near it? I really want to watch that video. I'm going to save that video for later. So, anyway, bears are terrifying. And I would like to not be eaten by a bear. Also, I would like to not be eaten by a shark. And in general, I would like to be not eaten as a means of death. It sounds very unpleasant. You know. I've watched enough National Geographic to know how it goes down, and it is not nice. So let's not have our flesh eaten from our bodies while we're screaming until like blood comes pooling out of our wounds and we just suffocate in our own blood. So no, none of that. No. Hi there, geek gnome. You live in California? Do you Airbnb in England? Yep, that's exactly how we work. We have a property manager, but I'm still dealing with a lot of the stuff. Trust me. Oh, Airbnb guests. Anyone who tells you like Airbnb is easy money is a horrible, horrible liar, and don't listen to them and then smack them in the face. Okay? For such hubris. It's a pain in the butt. I wouldn't say enjoy it at all. But I also can't fault it is saving us, like it's making some money. It was closed for quite a few months and that sucked, but we're still making money, so it's keeping us afloat. Then again, I just want to walk through a park with a beer in a stroller? A bear in a stroller. See, you know what's on my mind, beer. I don't like beer though. Well, I've been single for 10 years. Single for 10 years? That's how long I've been with Basti. About to be. Yes. Anyways, India eases virus restrictions. Its cases near 3.7 million. Do I need to this much office space? Pandemic and empty space. Look, okay, the whole thing about people like now having to work from home. I, for one, think this is a good thing and that we should continue on this path because, I mean, it's a lot of space, all right? Like that you're saving. Just doing that if you don't need to be at the office and there's traffic and all that stuff. I'm actually gonna end it here because I've just heard the door open, which means I have a little tiny baby heading up my way, and she will be here literally any second, and I would prefer just to handle her without the distraction of you guys. So thanks so much for joining me. You guys have been awesome. All right, so like a subscribe and all that stuff. Like a subscribe. I'll give you one little baby. Hi, baby. Bye, guys. Bye-bye, Mama. Bye-bye.